Now we're going to look at Ben Shapiro and what he has to say. I'm going to guess that Ben Shapiro is going to be a cheerleader for this war and that he's going to praise Donald Trump for this. Let's have a look.
Trump is the most courageous commander in chief in modern American history. There is no question about this. What he just did is the
President Trump is the most great. Come on. You know, like, this is just terrible. Ben Shapiro is a man that hasn't even been in a barroom brawl, let alone actually fought any of these wars that he's cheerleaded for himself. This is a man who opposes the welfare state and yet wants to spend billions and possibly trillions of dollars fighting Israel's wars. I have called it out before and I'm going to say it again. Ben Shapiro doesn't give a rat's ass about America. Ben Shapiro wants to use America for the interests of Israel. That is what Ben Shapiro wants. Think about it. To sort of sum it up, in the words of Immortal Technique, when talking about someone else, but I'm going to appropriate it for my own purposes, he is willing to pimp out America, but he is not willing to marry her.
bravest move by a president of the United States of my lifetime, bar none, without a doubt. President.
Yes, bar none, without a doubt. Of course, Ben Shapiro is going to be the cheerleader for this war that Israel has been pushing for so long now. And of course, Hannity. Okay, so we're going to look at this. Hannity and Fetterman, two goblins, essentially, pro-war.
Well, I mean, what I can say is that why can't we all just celebrate what happened today? That was just profound and incredible.
You know, John Fetterman is someone that likes to sell himself as some sort of working class hero, when in reality, he doesn't give a damn about the American working class. He doesn't give a damn about any of them. He wants his paycheck, he wants his money, and he wants his power. And he's willing to pander to the most despicable in power among the elites in order to do that, and is even coming out and saying that we ought to celebrate the illegal and extrajudicial murders of Iranian leaders, including the highest ranking leader they have, Ayatollah Khomeini.
And as you pointed out, as the president did, this was one of the most evil people that ever lived.
This is one of the most evil people that ever lived, according to Fetterman and Hannity. Again, never mind the fact that at 101 years old, the war criminal Henry Kissinger passed away. No, 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 no. The man responsible for the murder of Salvador Allende of Chile. No, we're going to just disregard all of that, and instead we're going to say that the Ayatollah Khomeini was the most evil man that ever lived.
And after 37 years in Iran, he's been eliminated.
So there we go, the working class hero John Fetterman signing up to be a cheerleader for war.
Another important policy is
Okay, so let us look at this Hunter College professor under fire after hot mic remark about black students branded blatantly racist. Let us have a look at this and see if things have been blown out of proportion or if this is correct.
for me is our speech program. I've been receiving speech services since first grade. I attend Dr. Bowman and two other students on Fridays. He delivers lessons and helps us fit those skills into our lessons.
Black schools that like
This helps
they're
us
just
become
they're
productive,
too dumb to know they're in a bad school.
independent in our class.
I mean, but apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman.
That was terrible, actually. That was, wow. That just shows her thinking that you don't have to train them to be in the back. What a racist asshole, essentially.
What you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Me and many other students in our classes that were tasked with us. Students might not be able to have these safe spaces and supports. We should be able to keep our school open. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Isn't that bizarre? This was a college professor, an educated woman, with thinking this way. It's still infected by this gunk of racism.
The next speaker is Miles Mason. Remind people at home to mute yourself. Remember, as Stephen Sondheim said, the children will listen. As Rogers and Hammerstein said, you have to be carefully taught. Municipal duty.
Good evening, CEC. My name is Miles Mason. I'm a sixth grade student here at CAS Community Access School, MS 258.
Yeah, that was horrific. That was absolutely horrific. Okay,